Namaste, yogis. Welcome to our practice. Today, there's a slight drizzle happening here, almost enough to where you think, I'm not going to practice, I'm going to blow it off. But where I'm reminded that one of the definitions of practice is the word abyhasa. And the Yoga Sutras talk about how consistent, steady abyhasa or practice over a long period of time establishes ourselves in yoga, right? It's not that we just do yoga or occasionally dabble here and there. Established in practice. So it helps us through all kinds of weather, literally and figuratively, which is very helpful in this time when I have broken my toe. So you'll see modifications. And if you have something happening with your toe or ankle or foot or leg, this perhaps will also inspire you to do some practice, regardless of the weather. All right, let's find ourselves on all fours first. So I'm doing this carefully. And then just as careful as I am with protecting my back toes, I'm going to be mindful in placing my hands just so they're aligned underneath my shoulders. My hands are straight, knees underneath the hips, toes pointing straight back. Cat and cow, let the heart lift and tailbone lift. Take a few breaths in this pose. Usually we do cat and cow with one breath, but take a few breaths here in this feeling of extending the front of the spine. And maybe add a little bit more awareness and attention by pressing down with the hands even further, down with the shins even further, lifting the tailbone taller and lifting the heart. One more inhale. Good, and then just as mindful, exhale, drop your head and tailbone and lift up through the back of the heart. And take several breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe even rocking the weight back so that you feel it in the wrist and lifting up the fingers and spreading the fingers and then dropping the hands back down. Pressing the hands equally. You lift up through the heart, lift the belly, drop the tailbone, press the kidneys back and up. Down through the shins, equally through the knees. Nice, one more inhale. Exhale, release back to neutral. Great. Lift your left hand. Extend out through your right leg. Flex your back foot. Spread your fingers wide, roll the shoulder back and down. A little spin of the inner right thigh. Breathe in. Exhale, cat-cow with one knee and one elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale and round. Inhale, extend. Exhale and round. Extend. Let's play with balance. Left hand out to the left. Right leg out to the right. Good. Come back to center. First with the right leg. Left arm. Now bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand, catch a hold. I'm gonna be mindful with my ankle, flex your foot. You might be grabbing your foot or your toes. With my condition here, with mindfulness, I can do my yoga, yes? Lift the back thigh, lift the heart, lift the gaze, breathe. Good. The release is to come back into that bird dog shape. And then it's a big swoop forward. Right leg comes forward. And then all the way over, right foot over to the left. Come down to the right knee and paralleling the front shin. Stretching back through the left leg. You could draw that right foot closer and closer to the groin. That will decrease the intensity. So you choose customizing your yoga for your internal weather. Breathe in as the heart lifts. Breathe out. Then as you're ready, let the hands come out in front of you, up into the fingertips. Traction your heart forward and your spine long. And then as you're ready, continue your mindfulness practice of yoga, connection, walking the hands forward any amount. Melting the heart down towards the earth in surrender. Abyhasa vairagya. Vairagya is the word for surrender. The sutra says abyhasa vairagya bhyam tan nirodha. Equal parts practice and surrender. That's the yoga. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Lift your head. Walk the hands back. So we're strengthening and stretching the spine, getting some work in the shoulders, big work in the hips. Because the foot and the hip are connected, keeping them both healthy under these conditions. All right. And then carefully place it back to tabletop. Circulate that energy with a little bit of cat-cow. Find your way back to center. Extend out through the left leg and lift the right arm. Notice could be an overreaching. Roll the right shoulder back into her socket. Lift the left heel up. Spin the inner left thigh more energetically than anything else. And a little bit of navel to the spine can help shore up that central channel and the region of the navel. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your elbow and knee round. And extend nice and slow. I can feel this all the way into my right toes. I mean, there's a lot going on. Because I'm mindful of my right toes in a special instance, a little storm going on down there. I just want to be very mindful and move appropriately. One more. Finding that stillness, pausing, assessing. Right hand out to the right. Left leg out to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Here we go, back to center. Bend your left knee, reach back with the right hand. Catch a hold. This one I might grab my foot. But to be same, I'm gonna grab my ankle, flex my foot. Lift up through my back leg. So I reach forward and up with the heart. And I breathe in. And I breathe out, and I earnestly practice, to the best of my ability this morning, my yoga. Good. And staying with my positive energy best I can. I come all the way forward with my left leg, parallel my shin. Scooch back with my right. Lay. Pigeon. Ekapada, one leg, pigeon. Now, I come up onto the fingertips, roll shoulders back, down the back body as the heart lifts. Tailbone drops, belly in. Breath vibrant and alive. Allow myself to enjoy this shape at this time under these conditions. And finding that effort, that abyhasa, that practice, and that quality of, so it is today. This is what it's like to have a broken toe in pigeon pose in Maui on a rainy morning. Awesome. All right. Continuing my stretch. Fingers reach forward. Heart melts. Taking it slow and easy. Mindful, aware, juicy. Let your breath help you. Feel a glorious inhale. Exhale out everything. You might even open your mouth, stick out your tongue. A few more breaths to help you get in there a little deeper. Like let the pose and the practice have you. Oh. Send your gaze forward. Come on up with the help of your hands that are connected to your wrist and your elbows and your shoulders and your heart. Good. The exit is to come to Sukhasana. And yeah, balance on your two sit bones. Let the spine be tall. Notice that the shoulders want to come along for the ride, melt them back and down. I like to turn my palms up, draw the elbows back just a bit to really feel into that strong spine and back body. And then align such that the elbows come underneath my shoulders, forearms are heavy, palms rest on top of my thighs. Soften the palms, soften the eyes and the jaw, soften the breath. Soften the effort. Feel the surrender. And notice what it feels like, abyhasa, vairagya, bhyam, tannarodha, that equal. Just the right amount of effort, just the right amount of ease, just the right amount of practice of diving into surrender. All is well. Hands to the heart. Namaste.